Welcome to Go and See with Barry Lee, where your Uncle Bear brings the field trip to you. And on this field trip, we're going to visit the city yards. Now, I was talking with my buddy Austin, and he was telling me how much he loves trucks. So I brought Austin along because, Austin, we're going to see some neat equipment today. Our tour guide is going to be Justin Hall. Justin, with the city of Winchester, thank you so much for being here and for taking us on this little trip. And when we say city yards, I mean, we think of swing sets and slip and slides for yards, but what are the city yards?
Well, Barry, thanks for coming, and I'm happy that you brought your friend with you to show him the city yards. And we do have lots of trucks here, so we're going to have a lot of fun today. So city yards, we have our admin department works out of here, our trees division, our streets division, our traffic division, and our refuse and recycling division. So this is where we all come in the morning, this is where we meet, and then we leave from this building.
So a lot of the vehicles that we see all during the year, whether it's recycling and truck and our trash or salt distribution, it's all originating from right here in the city yards.
That's right. And so we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
We have lots of vehicles. Austin, I'm excited to show you some vehicles.
That sounds good. Let's go.
Austin, you're going to want to see this one. So this is what we call our grader. So we use this on our gravel alleys, on our side streets. So this will help level the gravel out, make it nice and smooth. And we also use this for snow removal as well.
Very cool. Very cool.
Pretty cool.
Nice. Look at it. You can lay down in that thing, man. Big scoop.
Now, Austin, this is going to be one of our larger trucks here, our dump trucks. Now, this is a truck that you will see. So when it's out, when it's snowing, this is a truck that you're probably going to see go down your street. Now, of course, it will have its plow on and spreader on as well. But if you want to take a quick look inside, you're welcome to take a quick look.
Oh, wow.
You want to take a seat?
Hop on in there. Are you 16 yet, Austin? No, I can't drive that. Okay. You know, when you're up close to these trucks and you're sitting up so high, you realize, man, that's some skills involved in getting up and down streets and near mailboxes and going around curves and so forth.
A lot of our streets are very tight, so it's very hard to navigate through our streets.
Yeah, you don't realize how big they are till you stand right up next to it.
And Austin, take a look in between the seat there, those controls. Those actually control the plows and the spreader as well. So that's what all those buttons are there for. All right.
Multitasking.
That's right. So Austin, this machine right here that we use, and we can actually pull this behind our dump truck because it would take a long time to roll it all the way down the street. So this is what we use when we lay asphalt and we need to smooth the street out or the asphalt. This is what this piece of equipment is used for.
And it could also double as, I guess, if you wanted to press pants or shirts, you know, you could just
haven't tried that
remove
yet,
wrinkles. Very cool.
Yeah.
We
can also use this on gravel to smooth out our alleys, make them nice and smooth as well.
Very
pretty cool, huh? All right, let's keep moving on. Austin, we talked a little bit about plowing and what the dump truck's for, but this is our spreader. So this is what goes on the back of our dump trucks, and this is actually what puts out the chemicals. So right now, the dump truck will back in. These are legs. The legs kick out, and we slide right under, and they go right in the back of the truck. So as you can see, they look a lot bigger in person than they do probably just driving down the street.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. So, wow, this holds this holds gallons and gallons. Well, you wouldn't measure by gallons, I guess, would you? But just the volume of salts and stuff that this thing could hold.
Yeah. So if you think about it, it can really, if you're familiar with the area, to run Pleasant Valley from one end to the other, you can probably do this in about 2 loads.
2 loads.
It takes about 2 loads to do it.
Okay.
So depending how much you're putting out and how fast you want to put it out.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So this little neat machine behind us, to Austin, is pretty cool. So we use this. This actually heats the asphalt and keeps the asphalt heated. So when we need it, we can use it. So asphalt, when it sits for a long period of time, it will actually set up and get hard so you can't do anything with it. So this is like an oven for asphalt. So when we're fixing potholes, when it's cooler out, colder, this keeps it nice and hot so we can take it out of the back and actually put it down in the hole as well. And we're actually currently using this to make some sidewalk repairs as well for our sidewalks.
Very cool. One big warmer.
Pretty cool, huh? It's nice in the fall, it keeps you warm. So let me explain what we have first in here. Just try to make better sense of it. So the first thing you probably notice, Austin, is that the color difference, right? So you got one side, this is straight salt. The other side is a mixture of stone and the salt mixed together. So basically we use this machine right here, which is a loader, to mix it. So we use 1 load of salt, 1 load of gravel. When I mean load, 1 scoop of gravel, 1 scoop of salt, and we mix it, and then we push that mix into our mix side. So it's a mixture of rock and salt. Okay, so we try to keep at least 600 tons of salt. This is probably about 600 tons throughout the winter. And we have a large pile of stone, which typically sits right here, but actually it's sitting right there today. That's the stone we use to mix with the salt. So throughout the winter, as we're using this, the gravel, we're actually mixing at the same time to create more.
So the salt helps melt the snow. The gravel just gives you that little bit of attraction there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also you asked a question, so how do we get this salt here, right? So we have a company, actually, Morton Salt, they deliver, they use a company that delivers, and they deliver it in a dump truck. And sometimes they're tractor trailers as well. And it actually comes off a barge in Baltimore. So the salt comes in, the trucks bring it here, they dump it here, and we pile it up in our shed here.
You said Morton Salt?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Morton Salt just doesn't make your table salt as well.
Yeah,
So.
that's a lot of salt shakers in there, right?
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very cool.
Yep.
Where to next?
Well, while we're here, let's take a look at the loader and what we use this loader for. So, Austin, we talked a little bit about how we pile the salt up, but we use this for a lot of different things. And we use this loader to remove debris from the roadway to plow snow. We actually have a blade we can put on here. We also have a snow blower we can attach to here, along with forks. So a lot of times we get large deliveries that show up. We need to pick the deliveries up, move them around, and this big machine helps us do that. You want to take a peek inside? Grab it. Come on. Just watch your step.
I would try to climb up, but I'm afraid I'll pull something.
Got it.
Good?
Good fit.
What do you think?
Nice fit.
Think you could drive it? All right, buddy.
Man, these tires are, I mean, these things are huge.
Yeah.
You know. And when you go to change this tire, you got more than like 5 or 6 bolts there.
Definitely. Well, good. We got some more stuff, Austin. So, Austin, before we move out of the Public Works area real quick, where most of our equipment is, you probably have seen these on our streets as well. We use this in the fall for leaf collection. We have 4 of these. This big vacuum back here, come back here and take a look. Our employees in the back will actually use this and hold this, and as they're going down the street, they'll suck up the leaves, and then that tube actually blows it in back to the dump truck into the box, which is actually these boxes here go on the back, and they blow all the leaves in here. And then we'll bring them back into city yards or another location, and we'll keep the leaves for compost.
Yeah. I could use a vacuum like this at my house. Not saying that I'm messy or anything. But man.
All right.
Very cool.
So this is our city garage, right? So majority of all of our equipment gets serviced here. So we have our own mechanics. So when we have any problems with our vehicles, we just take them down here, and our folks service them for us. So
and we've already seen a lot of vehicles, and yet this is just
Yeah,
a few of
few.
the whole fleet of vehicles that you have, and they've got to be taken care of.
That's right. So not only do we here at this facility, Public Works is here right now under Public Services, we also have utilities as well. So you have all utilities fleet that they maintain as well, and majority of the city's fleet.
So lots of mechanics to take good care of the equipment.
Lots of mechanics. This is one of our transit buses, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and see if I can get somebody come out here and show us a little bit about the transit bus and show you a little bit more about it, okay?
Yeah, we see these all over town. Wintran, we take you there.
So give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I love the big windows, man. Who would have thought? A big picture window in a bus? This is really cool. You know, we could drive this thing off. They'd never know. Oh, no.
So Austin, I was able to find Kenny. He's our transit supervisor for the transit system. He can tell you a little bit about the bus and what they do.
Hi,
Okay?
Kenny.
Hey Barry, how you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
So tell us about Wintran. Tell us about a typical bus here.
Well, this is one of our newest buses here at Wintran. We run several routes in the city, going all over different parts of town. We also run paratransit for our disabled and elderly passengers. But this is our standard bus here. We have a ramp for anyone that needs a ramp or assistance getting on the bus.
Excellent.
It folds out. We can show also how that works when we get on the bus if you want. It holds several passengers. We can hold wheelchairs, anybody with ADA requirements. In a typical day, hold several hundred passengers going anywhere from Walmart to the doctor's appointments to get their groceries, anything they may need.
This is an important vehicle in the lifeline of people.
Exactly. A lot of people, if they don't have means of transportation, or just to save money on having a vehicle in town, makes a lot of sense. It's a good way to get around.
How many Wintran buses do we have?
We have a trolley. We also have 4 paratransit buses that we run, and we have 6 buses that we use on our regular fixed routes, which run from Valley Avenue, Pleasant Valley, Amherst Street, all our main entrances and exits out of the city.
Wow. So the wheels on the buses go round and round all over town. Well, yeah, let's see what's inside. I think Austin and I maybe even go for a little ride.
Sure.
Excellent.
Be happy to.
All righty.
Got some Wintran hats for you guys to wear while you ride the bus today. There's one for you, Austin. One for you, Barry.
Thank you.
These are our schedules. It has all our routes and times on here. Happy to show you around town.
I think I need to adjust my hat, but that's all right. All right. Wow, this seats a lot more people than I thought. Very cool. So what are the odds that we could maybe get a little ride?
They're pretty good. Where you want to go, you let me know. I'll take you there.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just leave that up to you.
Okay.
Surprise us. We're just going to look out these nice big picture windows.
All right, I'm just going to walk around and hop in the driver's seat.
All righty. Austin, why don't you take the window right there, bud? Wow. I mean, who would have thought on a field trip we actually get to take a bus, right? Look, how come your hat fits so much better than, look, what's wrong with mine? We have liftoff. We've been doing a lot of walking. Nice to ride, huh? Man, they're just so clean and spacious. This is really nice, and I love the fact that everybody has access to our Wintran City buses. I'll tell you what, why don't you give that yellow cord a pull right up here, Austin? I guess we're home. Well, we're here. Thank you, Kenny, very much. Good job.
So, what did you guys think?
That's nice. Very spacious, very comfortable, and I love the big windows. You get to see our beautiful city.
I was starting to wonder if you guys were going to come back, though. It was starting to get a
We
little
got
hot.
to see the entire town, and that's, hour and a half later, here we are.
Good. Well, Austin, let's go see some more.
Thanks again, Kenny.
Kenny, thank you.
Appreciate it.
So, Austin, we have all this equipment, all these vehicles, right? You're probably wondering, where do we get, in a storm situation, where do we get our fuel to fill these up? So, City Yards here, we have our own gas pumps here. So, we have diesel, regular gas, and a storm. We have a backup generator, so we can continue to get fuel throughout the storms, and we don't have to rely on Sheetz or any other gas station. So as you can see, we have a crew pulling up here now to fuel up.
Very cool. Very
Good.
cool. Nice to have your own tanks.
In Austin, also here at City Yards, we also house our school buses. So this is where our city school buses will be held all summer long. After their runs, this is where they come and park.
Wow. Now, the school buses, they're maintained here at the garages as well at City Yards.
Yep, our city garage maintains these school buses as well.
Wow. Let's count them off here, Rost. Well, we don't have, we'll do that later. All right.
Now, Austin, you got to see our big roller, right? We also have a small roller. And Barry, you might be able to use this on your shirts and your pants to be a little bit easier to,
Yeah, there
to
we
use.
go.
So
There we go.
this is a smaller roller for smaller jobs. We'll take this out and use this. So it's another piece of equipment, another tool for us to use out in the field.
So if you're working in a tight space like on sidewalks and so forth, that would be ideal.
Yep. And the piece of equipment we have right next to it is our skid steer, and we use this for sidewalks. We use this for moving dirt around. You can put different attachments. Right now it has the broom attachment on it. So any gravel, it will actually pick it up, puts it back here, and then you can dump it to where you need to
cool.
move it to. So you will probably see this out on our streets. We use this a lot. Okay.
You know, a lot of training goes into operating all this equipment too.
Yes, it does. This is John Hudson. He's one of our signal technicians, and he's going to tell you what he uses his work truck for.
Yep, Austin, this is a Dodge Ram 5500 with an Altec AT40M boom package. We can go 40 feet up in the air, and we have a 45-foot working height. We deal with all the traffic signals in any of our 55 intersections. We work on the traffic cameras. We also work on the street lights that the city owns and maintains, and tree trimming, and really any other job that's given to us that a piece of aerial equipment is needed.
Hey,
This is sort of like a mobile tree fort. You know, that's cool. That's cool.
It gets up there.
John, real quick, do you have a second to maybe show him how the bucket goes up?
I do.
So
Yeah, we can
real
do
quick.
that. You have an important job too.
Uh-oh.
So
Step up there, young man. He's giving you a job.
cut me off.
So back here we have something called outriggers on each side. They stabilize the truck and keep it balanced to keep us safe up there. All right, so I want you to put them down.
You ever done this before, Austin? Okay.
So press this button right here until I say stop. Press it down. Yep. And then if you look out the side, the outriggers are coming down. There you go. Okay. All right. There you go. And then this one. See him come out from the side?
Very cool.
You want to make sure you're level right here. That'll keep us safe when we're up in the air. Okay.
Very cool.
And, we'll go up. Clip in, keep us safe in case something bad happens.
Good.
Hope not, but that'll keep us safe.
Up and away. Can you see my house from there? Not yet. Okay.
Eventually.
And he's still going. And he's still going.
I can see your house now, Barry.
He says he can see my house now. Man, I don't know. I'm not too good with heights. How about you?
Nope.
All right, now we're coming back down for re-entry. And all of that controlled right inside the bucket.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for coming.
We'll be back. You know, our city is so beautiful and our streets are so clean, and it's the people that run this big machine that keep it clean. And Justin, tell us about this piece of equipment.
Yeah, so this piece of equipment here we use for cleaning up the streets. And Austin, we talked a little bit about stone, what we use in our chemicals. So whatever we put out, we have to clean up. And not only that, we have other type of debris. We have trash that comes off the back of people's trucks. We have just your normal debris that you see on the roadway. And we have 2 of these that are out. They're running all day, and they come in a little bit early to get started and to keep our streets clean, keeps them out of our waterways. And actually, we're lucky today because George, he's one of our technicians here that actually operates the sweeper as well. So George, just to take a quick peek at this, can you show us actually where the debris goes, George?
Okay. So actually the debris, they all goes right here. Debris goes right here. Well, this is the head of the sweeper right here. And before you get started, once you get the head down and the water's running, you turn the water on, and then you got the broom. So the broom pretty much get all the debris, and then you get all the debris and you push it right under here. And then this is a vacuum, so this pull everything up right here, and this is a compartment where everything comes and stored.
That's a beautiful compartment of debris.
So Austin, what you're going to see is when he starts to sweep, these things will actually spin, and they shoot everything towards the middle of the sweeper to basically the middle of the vacuum to suck it up. And if you get to a hard area, say that a storm drain or something like that, we have a neat hose on the back side of here that it's kind of like your vacuum. You know, Barry and Austin, you clean the corners of your buildings. Well, you got a vacuum here that works as a suck, that you can use to suck things out. So a lot of times we'll use this and storm drains to actually suck the material out and
right out of the drain.
Out of the drain. So you can kind of use it for multiple things.
So we get to see this work, right?
Yeah, I think George, you're going to show us a little bit. Yep. Sure. Let's get started.
Thank you, George.
Thanks.
Mission accomplished. A clean parking lot.
So what do you think, Austin? Pretty much did a good job, right? Good.
Can I get my Beanie Babies back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a dirty little Beanie Baby, but we got them all. And usually you're out before traffic gets going, right?
Yeah, pretty much like downtown, you gotta get downtown much earlier before cars take up all the parking space and stuff. So it's easier to get all that stuff,
So what time does George have to get up to get to the streets?
Well, I pretty much head out like 7:30.
Okay.
Times. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, this is.
I get all the downtown here by 9 o'clock. I'm out. So
no interference with traffic, and the streets are clean for a new day. George, thank you very much. Good job. You got them all. Really neat piece of equipment that keeps our streets clean and helping to keep our neighborhoods clean and our houses clean, our trash. And, it's got to go someplace, and somebody picks that up.
That's right. Austin, next we're going to go take a look at one of our refuse trucks and see how we collect our trash.
Excellent. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
So Austin, before I leave, there's one last piece of equipment I want to show you, and that's our refuse and recycling truck. But before we do that, I do want to introduce you to our refuse and recycling coordinator, Michael Neese. And from here, I'm going to leave for today. And Barry, Austin, it was a pleasure having you guys by, and you're always welcome.
Justin, thank you very much. A very thorough tour of what most citizens never get to see, and that's the inner workings of our city. And thank you very much for the tour.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, Justin Hall. All right, Michael Neese, last time we talked, it was all about recycling. So tell us about the trucks that help with the recycling and the trash.
So we use the same trucks just on different days to pick up the different materials. We pick up recycling on Monday and Tuesday, yard waste on Wednesday, and trash on Thursday and Friday. Would you like to go see one?
Would love to. Hey, I am so thirsty. I'm going to just go up to the station wagon to get a drink. Do you mind taking over from here, Austin? All right, buddy. I'll catch up to you.
All right. Well, let's go.
Hello, Mike.
How's it going, Daniel?
All right.
Austin, this is my friend Daniel, and he's going to tell you a bit about the back of the trash truck.
Hello, Austin. How are you? Come on up. So basically, this is the back of the truck here. When we come to the stop, we go get the can, we just dump the stuff in, and of course we run the hopper. When this gets completely full, we hit the button, the buzzer, or we'll go like this to the guy up front, and we'll say, okay, we need your hopper run, and he'll turn it on, and we hit these handles right here. These are the handles. I believe these ones go out, and then when it comes, the blade comes all the way down, then they go in, and then that blade will scoop that stuff right on up in there. And you want to try it out? And put some gloves on there. You go. We'll get the truck started. We'll get going with it. So I'll get you to grab this box here, if you will, Austin. Throw that box in there. Throw it right on in there. Yep. And I'll come right on behind you. Go ahead and go first for me. Perfect. And then what I'll do, and I'll dump this one. I'll tell you what I'll do, Austin. Come here, I'll let you run the hopper. So, the hopper is on. So go ahead and go to these handles and pull them both out. Go ahead. Pull them both out. There you go. Now watch it. Come check it out. See how it came all the way down? When it finishes off here, now push them both in. There it goes. Taking it right on up to the top. That's for trash, recycling, the whole nine, the whole thing. So either way, when it fills up, that's how we run the hopper up, and then it takes it right on up in there. And of course, when it packs the truck full, and we're full, then we take it to the dump, and then we dump it. So it's pretty cool, huh? Absolutely.
I don't know where he is. Must have been a long drink of water.
Oh, hey guys. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Much better. I'm sorry I didn't get to make it down to see the truck. Maybe I can see it I'll just watch the video. That'll work. Thank you, Michael Neese, and thanks to Justin Hall and the employees. Austin, thank you for being my buddy here on this tour, on our field trip. It's Go and See with Barry Lee, and thanks to our city of Winchester and all the employees that keep our city looking beautiful and operating, from the streets to refuse to recycling. You got to see behind the scenes and all the equipment and the personnel that it takes to keep our city moving. So until the next time, Uncle Barry saying, take care.